Yo, what's good people? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm basically going to be focusing on full runs, having clean sort of just easy, smooth, clean runs. That's my goal. Obviously I'm trying to get ready for the season starting back up again, so it's important for me to, you know, get the full runs back in, link stuff up and focus on all the other things that help me piece together a full run cleanly and smoothly. So we're going to drop in, yeah, I'll try and talk through it a little bit, probably riding at 70% at least, but yeah, we're going to get stuck into the action, so let's get after it. And I also forgot my gloves. Rookie mistake. Right, let's go. So with these turns, just want to be smooth, carry speed, not push too hard. Whoa. Slimy. Greasy today too. Whoa. Want to roll through the turns. So it's been a while really since I've kind of focused on full runs, so just trying to get back into it, focus on breathing. Wide. I like to focus on trying to carry as much speed as possible so that I don't have to pedal a lot to like get back up to speed. Use the terrain to gain momentum. That way you're saving energy for when it really matters. Set up wide. Ooh. Up wide. Hop. Difficult to carry speed, got a pump, use the terrain, like I said, is so important. Hop, let off the brakes. Whoa.
Down the middle of the track there.
So that run was pretty smooth. Did everything I wanted to, felt good, reserved my energy in the right places, used the terrain. I think to pump is super important and generate speed that way. Wasn't a full run, I had to stop. I came across someone that had a little bit of an issue, so stopped and checked that they were okay, and they had someone with them, so that was all good. Yeah, just trying to focus on trying to get clean runs in. Being efficient is important, so yeah, that's the aim of the game today. Gonna head back up, do a big ball, which is a fairly decent length descent. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a full run in this time. Also today, it is mild, like must be 21, 22 degrees. It's like dull, but with a full face on, it's definitely giving me that feeling of, you know, you ride with a half face on and it's like, oh yeah, I'm cool and not sweating too much. And you get to a race and you have to wear a full face and you're like, whoa, not used to this. So yes, the GoPro angle is good on the full face, that's why I wear it, but I'm also wearing it too because that's what I'm gonna have to race in. So better get used to it. Just before I drop in, just want to say all the sort of sectioning and working on certain things that I try and tend to do at least once or twice a week is what I'm doing today. Is I try and link all that up, so when I'm focusing on my braking points, where to push, where to back off, you have to assess the trail in front of you. That's why it's important obviously to look ahead and read the trail the best you can. Things change too, the terrain changes, so you know, I rode this trail in the last video that I done, but it was super muddy, really wet, almost really grippy, but now it's dried up, it's greasy, so you guys are going to be able to see the full trail I think this time. So yeah, there's a couple sharp little climbs in here that is important to carry speed on, so when we get to those I'll talk about them, and yeah, we'll see how I get on. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. Slidey start. Pump. Quite windy. Wow, it's wet in here. Oh. Wow, super tech. Hop. Oh, it's a lot wetter than I thought it was going to be. Camera quick wipe. So this trail traverses across the hill quite a lot, so carrying speed is so important. I think I'll go high here. Yep. Ooh. Oh. That bit's tricky. Got to be in the right gear. So many different elements today. The sun. Whoa! Got that line good. Yeah, the sun changing. Oh, I messed that up. Couple pedals along this flat. Could drop low here. Pump, pedal, pedal. Wow, this is hard. Choose your line. Oh. Up high, straighten this out. Jump. Carried mint speed. pedal strokes. Speed picks up a bit here. Oh. Oh. Yikes. Well, that was really hard to be totally honest. Oh, that was tough. The sunlight, like the dappled light, played such a huge part in it. Like I wasn't quite sure what I could totally see on the ground. So yeah, backed off in some areas, but quite greasy. And because the ground is like uneven and rocky, when you're pedaling it's really jittery, so you have to pick your points on when to put power down. But again, if you focus on and you know the areas where you can carry speed, you don't have to pedal as much as you originally would. So missed a couple lines, but I got a couple as well, so that I'm happy with. Challenging. I think it's about 4 minutes, and it's like a full-on 4 minutes too. And yeah, also I like to include a sprint before each stage too. It's very rare that you drop in on an Enduro World Series race trail that doesn't have a pedal at the start, or some sort of pedal. So we're gonna go up, final climb now, and then we're gonna drop in on one of the more, probably what I would say is the most technical trail. It's just steep, rooty, awkward, there's some switchbacks, and we'll see if we can get down it clean. I mean, yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about it once we're there, but take a drink and we'll get going. Just want to say a massive thanks to everyone that's kind of been supporting me over you know, the whole this year so far. It's obviously been such a weird and crazy time for everyone, but to have all you guys still engaging with me and yeah, digging the content that I'm putting out, it's the best I can do right now. You know, a lot of the uplifts are across the country are still closed, bike parks are closed, so just doing what I can, getting ready to race. Shout out to all my sponsors. Be working closely with TRP. They've launched their TR12 drivetrain, their brakes too, so been really good. Forbidden, Ollie Owen, everyone there, massive shout out. Those guys are pulling some good efforts this year, and for me to be on some bling equipment, so yeah, mega thanks to them. Should have some new suspension on the way from Fox, so Ben, you know who you are if you happen to watch this. Big shout out, mate, thanks a lot for that. Stoked to get my hands on some new bouncers and talk a bit about them. I think it will only elevate my riding, so yeah, big shout out to all my sponsors involved. Even though it's been a weird year so far, it's probably been the most fun year I've had, in the sense of being more in control of what I'm able to do and having a close connection with brands. So important, and it's something I've never had. Just wanted to go over a basic setup right now. It's obviously, as you can see, very slick conditions today, super muddy. For pressure in the rear, I'm running 26 psi, and in the front I'm running 21 psi. When it's like slightly more greasy conditions here, I like to run lower pressure than I normally would. When it's dry here and pushing the limit a little bit harder, usually running 27 in the rear and then maybe 23, 24 in the front. But on conditions like today where it is greasy, you want as much traction as you can possibly get, so try and keep the pressures a little bit lower. I used to run hard pressures, but when I started running lower pressures, I found myself gaining way more grip. Same with the suspension pressure. I used to run pretty high pressure in the front and the rear when I ran an air shock. And I used to think the faster you go, the harder your suspension should be, which is, I mean, in my opinion, it's completely false and that's not true, but Yeah, kind of being teammates with Robin Wallner last year. He ran a really soft setup, and I was quite curious about that. And I just ended up trying similar, if not pretty much the same setup as he did, like lower pressure in the fork and a lot of compression, almost like a pogo stick really, and a bit soft too, as well as fast. And it made such a difference to my riding, and I've never looked back. So I think it's worth definitely taking some time to figure out your suspension. And but give me your opinions below. Let me know what you feel and how you run your suspension. Do you tend to run it pretty firm? Why do you run it firm? Do you run it soft like I do? What's the benefits, positives, negatives, all that, whatever, let me know. So the reason that I'm picking this final trail, and I'm probably, if I can, I'm going to talk about it a fair bit when I'm riding it, how awkward it is. It isn't similar terrain to Zermatt, like, you know, like alpine rocky stuff, but it gives that element of awkwardness that Zermatt has. Zermatt's like awkward kind of walker path sort of styled switchbacks, and this is a mountain bike, like it's a trail, but there's awkward turns in it, sections where you literally, it's faster to crawl, like to creep down it on the brakes, so you get it neat. Definitely a trail that, like, if you come to in a race, you would want to be like, emphasize, right, let's just cruise down it. And that's literally what it's like. There's not really any pedaling involved, so it's all about being clean, smooth, getting it tidy, not messing up. We'll see how it goes. I've only managed to make it down once, super clean, and like something I'm really happy with, so we'll see how it goes this time. We're almost at the top. Let's try and get a smooth run down this trail. So this one's slightly got a bit more technical about it. That's clean, up high. Got to tell yourself not to rush it, because it's so easy to do that. Oh yeah. Oh, slid out, messed that up. Up high. Be smooth. Don't rush them. That's tough. Does it no justice. Got to creep down that to make it. Hop. Wow, I barely spoke through that. Difficult track. Inside. Oh. I barely spoke because I was trying to concentrate, but you could see that I was going substantially slower than any of the other trails that I was doing. I'll maybe go back in a future video and section parts of that, try and break it down a little bit. But that's the stuff I'm after. It makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes you feel like you can't really ride a bike very well, and sometimes that's what you need. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to give it a like, comment below. Let's have a chat. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. The channel's growing and I'm always stoked on the support from you guys, so I really appreciate it. Till the next one, stay healthy, safe, hope you're all well, and yeah, catch you in the next one.